Let me ask you something real quick. If I say I help businesses grow, that sounds kind of vague, right? But if I say I help roofing companies in Texas book 30 more inspections every month, suddenly that feels more real, more specific, and more valuable. That's the power of choosing a niche. And if you want your business to grow faster, become more profitable, and attract better clients, you need one. Hey, I'm Jem. I help business owners get more clients by finding and delivering qualified leads. In today's video, we're going to talk about why choosing a niche is one of the smartest things you can do for your business and how to actually pick one. Pick the right one. Here's what we'll go through: what a niche really means and why it matters, how choosing a niche helps you sharpen your offer, increase your prices, and stand out, where to find profitable niches in the US that actually have money and demand, a step by step framework to choose your niche in just 7 days, and finally, how to validate your niche with a quick 14-day test before you go all in. And hey, if you want to skip the whole research and testing phase and just get qualified leads delivered to your choosing niche, that's literally what I do. Comment leads or check the description and I'll reach out with details. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with the basics so we're crystal clear. A niche simply means focusing on a small, specific group of people or businesses who share the same type of problem. It's not just about choosing an industry, it's about narrowing down who you help, where they are, and what specific problem you solve. For example, saying I help home service businesses is broad, but saying I help Phoenix roofing companies generate more inspection bookings, now that's a niche. Or let's say you're in marketing, I help small businesses is big, but I help Miami Med Spas sell out their laser hair removal packages. That's laser focused. See the difference? The more specific you are, the easier it is, the easier it becomes to speak directly to your audience. When you niche down, your message gets sharper, your offer gets stronger, and people instantly feel like you get them. And that's why it matters, because when people feel understood, they buy faster with more trust. Now that you know what a niche is, let's talk about the real reason it's powerful, what it actually does for your business. Number one, it makes your offer sharper. When you work with the same type of clients again and again, you start spotting patterns. You understand their pain points, what they complain about, what they value, and what gets them results. Example: a Google Ads freelancer in the US focuses only on dental implants. After working with just a few dentists, they already know which keywords convert, which ad copy works, and what kind of landing page drives phone calls. That freelancer can now create a repeatable implant campaign that delivers results faster, and that makes them way more valuable. Number two, lets you charge more. Because you're not a general marketer anymore, you're a specialist. And specialists always charge higher. A generalist marketer might charge $1,500 per month, but a dental implant ad specialist can confidently charge $3,000 per month plus a performance bonus per book consultation because they've proven it works. Number three, it makes your positioning stand out. Instead of saying I do marketing, you're now saying I help Texas roofers book more storm season replacements. And that kind of positioning makes people stop scrolling, tells them exactly who you help and what outcome you deliver. And in a market where everyone's shouting I do marketing, that level of clarity wins attention fast. All right, now let's get practical. You're probably wondering, okay, Jem, how do I actually find a niche that makes money? Here's how I do it. When you're picking a niche, look for these three key signals: money, urgency, and concentration. Money. The niche should have businesses that can afford to pay. For example, think about high ticket or recurring services like dentists, HVAC installers, personal injury law firms, med spas, or B2B SaaS companies with annual contracts. These businesses care about leads and ROI because each client or customer is worth a lot. Urgency. You want a niche that feels the pain right now. If the business doesn't have an urgent problem, they won't pay to fix it. Think about roofers after a big storm, accountants during tax season, or SaaS startups after raising funding. They're all in motion and they need help fast. Concentration. You need to be able to find them easily. If you can't find at least 500 to 2,000 businesses that fit your criteria, it's probably too small. Look for niches that have trade associations, Facebook groups, LinkedIn communities, or conference lists. Let me give you some niche examples you can model. Local services, Phoenix roofing companies, Dallas HVAC contractors, Tampa pool builders. Professional services, Chicago law firms, Seattle CPAs that work with startups, New York immigration attorneys. Healthcare, Miami med spas, Atlanta orthodontists, Scottsdale dental implant clinics. B2B, Austin SaaS companies doing 1 to 10 million a year, targeting sales or finance teams. That's where the money and opportunities are. All right, now that you know what to look for in a niche, let's turn that knowledge into a real step-by-step plan you can actually follow this week. This isn't some long, overcomplicated process. It's a simple 7-day framework that helps you go from I have no idea who to serve to I know exactly who I'm talking to. And here's how it works. Day 1, brain dump 10 niches. On day 1, don't overthink it. Just grab a notebook or open a Google Doc and write down 10 potential niches that come to mind. Think about the industries you've already worked with, the ones you have contracts or connections in, or even the ones you're simply curious or passionate about. Don't filter yourself. This is pure brainstorming. If you want to go local, make it location based. For example, instead of writing roofers, write Texas roofers. Instead of med spas, write Miami med spas. This little tweak makes your ideas more real and easier to research later. Day 2, score them. Now it's time to start narrowing things down. Take those 10 niches and score each one of them from 1 to 5 based on 4 key factors. Money. Can they actually afford good prices? Urgency. Do they have an immediate, painful problem they need solved right now? Concentration. Are they easy to find and reach online? Credibility. Do you have any experience, background, or story that fits this group? The goal here isn't perfection, it's clarity. You'll start to see which niches stand out and which ones just don't feel realistic. Day 3, take your top 3 niches and list 20 dream clients for each. Now we get practical. For your top 3 niches, find 20 real businesses in each one. You can use LinkedIn to find B2B companies, Google Maps for local service businesses, or Yelp to spot active businesses with reviews. Example, if your niche is Dallas HVAC companies, look for ones with at least 10 employees, solid online reviews, and a clear digital presence. This step does 2 things. It grounds your ideas in reality. You're not guessing anymore. Shows you how easy or hard it will be to reach people in that niche. Now, day 4, write out their top 3 pains. Now we're getting inside their heads. List the top 3 pains these businesses are struggling with. And here's the key. Write them in their language, not in marketing buzzwords. For example, if you're targeting roofers, you might hear things like, we're losing leads because no one answers the phone during storms. We're spending thousands on junk leads. People book inspections but never show up. See how specific that is? That's what you want. Real world frustration, not fancy copywriting. Day 5, define the main outcome you'll help them get. This is where your niche starts turning into an offer. You want to define one measurable, clear, valuable outcome you'll help your clients achieve. For example, we help roofing companies in Texas book 25 to 40 qualified inspections every month with a 70% show rate. Notice how that's not vague. It's crystal clear, measurable, and easy for a prospect to imagine saying yes to. Day 6, collect proof. If you've already helped someone before, this is the time to turn that result into proof. You can do this by writing a short case study, recording a quick Loom video showing results or screenshots, or even getting a simple testimonial from a past client. If you don't have proof yet, no problem. Run a test project or pilot offer with a discounted or free trial just to collect results you can show later. Proof builds trust faster than any script ever will. Day 7, choose your niche. You've done the work, now it's decision time. Pick the niche where you can win the fastest, the buyers are the easiest to reach, and you feel genuinely motivated to serve them. Then make a deal with yourself. Commit to focusing on that niche for at least 90 days. No jumping around, no shiny object syndrome. 90 days of focus will outperform 9 months of guessing every single time. This 7-day process might sound simple, and that's exactly the point. You don't need a $5,000 course or 6 months of market research. You just need a week of focused action. And by the end of it, you'll know exactly who to help, what they need, and how to position yourself to win. And that clarity, it's what separates the freelancers who hustle endlessly from the business owners who scale predictably. Now that you picked your niche, let's make sure it's not just interesting, but actually profitable. Because here's the truth, it doesn't matter how good your offer sounds in theory, if the market doesn't respond, it won't make you money. So before you go all in, spend just 14 days testing it. Think of this as your mini experiment. Quick, focused, and super revealing. Your goal is simple. Book 5 discovery calls with qualified prospects within 14 days. If you hit that number, congrats, your niche is alive and it's worth pursuing. If not, no worries, you just saved yourself months of wasted time. Now, step 1 here is creating a simple landing page or Google document. Let's start by putting your offer somewhere where people can see it. You don't need a fancy website, funnel, or branding. Just create a simple one-page landing page or even a Google document if you want to move fast and include 3 things: your offer, what you help them achieve, the outcome, what result you deliver, proof of guarantee, why they should trust you. And let's do an example here. We help roofing companies in Dallas book 30 to 50 inspections per month with a guaranteed 70% show rate, or we work free until we hit it. See how that's short, direct, and outcome driven? That's what people respond to. You're showing results, not fluff. Step 2, build a small list of 100 businesses. Next, it's time to find 100 businesses in your chosen niche. You can use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is great for filtering by industry, location, and size. You can use Google Maps, which is perfect for local businesses. And you can use trade directories or Yelp for specific niche lists. The key here is quality. Make sure all of them are US based and actually fit your target profile. You don't need thousands of leads, just 100 of the right ones. That's more than enough to validate if people are interested. Now, step 3 is start reaching out. Now comes the action part, which is outreach. For 14 days, your focus is on consistent, personal outreach. And here's the rhythm: send 20 personalized emails per day, send 10 LinkedIn messages per day, and keep it conversational and simple. You're not trying to close people here, just start real conversations. Talk about the outcome you can help them get, not your entire process. Example: hey, I noticed your company's been getting great traction lately. I help roofing companies in Dallas book 30 to 50 extra inspections per month. Would you be open to a quick chat about how that could work for you? No pressure, no pitch deck, just curiosity and value. Now, as the responses start coming in, pay attention. You're not just tracking who says yes. You're also learning how the market reacts to your message. Ask yourself, are people replying with interest or curiosity? Are they asking for more info or jumping on a call? Or is it just silence? If you're getting engagement and calls booked, congratulations. That's a strong signal your niche is healthy. If you're hearing crickets, don't panic. Sometimes it's not the niche that's the issue, it's the message. You might just need to tweak your wording, simplify your offer, or adjust the outcome you promise. Let's say your niche is Miami med spas. You decide to test it with an offer like, we help med spas generate 30 to 50 laser hair removal consultations per month with deposits collected upfront. You build a list of 100 med spas in Miami. You run your outreach for 14 days. At the end of 2 weeks, 7 respond, 3 book a call. That's a win, because if you can book calls that easily, it means the niche is interested, reachable, and willing to talk about solving their problem. Now you have proof of demand, and that's gold. All right, let's wrap this up with a quick recap. What a niche actually is and why it matters. A niche is just a specific slice of the market with similar problems and buyers. When you're clear about who you serve, everything from your message to your offers gets sharper and easier. How a niche boosts your offer, pricing, and positioning. The more specific you are, the more valuable you look. You stop competing on price and start positioning yourself as the expert in your space. How to find and validate profitable niches. You'll learn how to spot niches with real money, urgency, and reachability, and how to quickly score them to find the best ones. The 7-day framework to pick your niche. In just 1 week, you can go from guessing to clarity. Brainstorm, score, research, and commit. That's it. The 14-day sprint to validate it. You don't need months of testing, just 14 days. Reach out to 100 businesses, book 5 calls, and you'll instantly know if your niche has real demand. So here's your game plan. Pick your niche this week, test it for the next 2 weeks, then double down for the next 90 days. Clarity comes from action, not from overthinking. And remember, if you already know your niche and you're ready to grow fast, but you don't have the time to find and vet leads yourself, that's literally what I help business owners with. I'll help you fill your calendar with qualified, ready to talk prospects who actually fit your offer, not random tire kickers or cold contacts that go nowhere. So instead of spending hours scraping lists or spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on ads, you'll get verified, targeted US leads delivered straight to you so you can focus on closing deals and growing your business. If that sounds like what you need, comment leads below or check the description for details on how to get started. I'll personally send you options that match your niche and help you start booking calls this week. If you got value from this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more lead generation and business growth tips, and turn on that bell so you don't miss the next one. Thank you for watching. I'm Jem, and I'll see you in the next one.